Aloha from Hawaii. Ali from Palau. Bula from Fiji. Hafade from Guam, Mariana Islands. Yakwe from the Marshall Islands. Yorana from Tahiti. Kiota from New Zealand. Kia Yorana from Cook Islands. Malolele from the Kingdom of Tonga. And Talofa from the islands of Samoa. Well, it is a pleasure to be with you today, everybody, and this is the School Talk Story Show with Dr. T. I'm also known as Victor. Yeah, what do you think about our nice new background there? Yeah, it says there, let me see. Yeah, maybe you can see better now. Yeah, maybe not. But anyway, it says ukulele class with ukulele dad is what that says. But again, it's good to be with everybody. Today, we have a special guest coming in a little bit, but I wanted to talk about the islands of Hawaii. Hawaii is an island state of the United States. The capital is Honolulu, and the population is almost 1.5 million people. It's a lot. And of course, Hawaiian and English are spoken on the island, among other languages. There are 137 islands, 8 main islands, which are Ni'ihau, Kauai, Oahu, Molokai, Lanai, Kahololawe, Maui, and the Big Island, Hawaii. And sadly, the Kingdom of Hawaii was overthrown in 1893. The queen was Liliuokalani, who was overthrown again, by the government. Not good. Yeah, thank you so much, Kipnu. We appreciate it. But friends, this is again the islands of Hawaii, and I wanted you to recognize them. Now, let me see. Yeah, you're right. But I wanted to, again, everybody, before we get to our guest, just share a few announcements with you. So here we go. So some of you know that we've got coming up starting tomorrow. Yeah, amazing, huh? Will be NPINE's 23rd Annual Conference. We're sure all of you registered by October 4th, but yes, we do have over 200 people attending, and some of them will be virtual, but most will be in person. So we look forward to that. It will be at Hayward High School, which is located in the East Bay, south of Oakland. But we look forward to seeing everybody up there, either virtually or in person. So yeah, we're going to fly out of here tomorrow out of Long Beach Airport and catch up with everybody. But again, thanks to all of our major sponsors who I have outlined here. And also, this is our College Career and Resource Fair. Many people are coming for that. Also, many wonderful prizes will be featured there for the students and others who are attending. And we also want to thank all of our award sponsors as well. And tomorrow night, we'll be having an invitation-only dinner. We'll be meeting with some of the educators that tomorrow night, but Dr. David Lakisa, who is a consultant to support Pacific Islander educators, will be joining us from Australia tomorrow. Then we're going to go to the John F. Kennedy football game versus Hayward High School, and our associate head coach is Alex Niwatoa. So thank you, Alex. We look forward to seeing the team there. And then Saturday, we'll start off with breakfast. We will have the Hayward High School School District's President Peter Buffette will be speaking. Then we have a keynote panel from the San Francisco Unified School District. And then we have several things that will be happening, several breakout sessions. Our friends from Heritage High School will be performing in the opening session. And then we have lunch, which is always important. And we will be having several performers there, including, yes, a young woman named Jasmine Campbell will be performing, as well as the Kumu Hula Association of Northern California. And then Hayward High School will be performing for our concluding session, and then we will be featuring all of our award winners. So, yeah, let me go to that page there so you can see the award winners. Yeah, we have a lot of students and others who will be recognized. So these are all of our student award winners, as well as our adult and other community members who will be awarded. So again, we look forward to that. Also wanted you to take a look at the Pine Facebook page. We've got the Youth Science Sci-Fi Film Workshop going to take place pretty soon here in Long Beach. And please remember our friend Rosie. Rosie is battling cancer right now. She's one of our Pine members. She was on our keynote panel last year. So again, we look forward to hearing from Rosie and hope she's doing better. All right, everybody. Well, it looks like our special guest is right on time there. Let me see. Let me pull out our introduction song here. All right. And aloha to Digital Aaron. Always good to see you. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to let our special guests in. On the island of Maui, you hear a lot of the natives say, as you come along and visit us, oh, well, hello, and hafa with a happy smile on their face, and a friendly smile that goes in place, really meaning what they say, when they simply say, hafa-day, 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 how are you? Hafa-day, thank you. Hafa-day, 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 hafa-day. All right, hafa-day. And it's good to see our friend Alicia Megofna. Yeah, we were working on the hafa-day song yesterday, Alicia. So,
One of my favorites.
But yeah, it's good to see you. And thank you for joining us. And everybody, our guest, Alicia, is the principal of the Odyssey STEM Academy in the Paramount Unified School District. Yeah, I used to work there a long time ago.
Yes, I remember.
But friends, again, we thank Alicia for coming and joining us today. But maybe tell us a little bit about your school and the school district. What would you like everybody to know out there?
Sure, no problem. Like Dr. Thompson said, my name is Alicia Megofna. I have a member of Paramount Unified for over 25 years. Currently serve as the Odyssey STEM Academy. We're a small learning community with under 500 students. We call them scholars here. But we are project-based learning with a STEM focus. A lot of our projects, a lot of our how scholars demonstrate their learning is through interdisciplinary projects across all the content areas. So our scholars are on an honors track. They're a single pathway, and ultimately that results in their senior year. They are taking AP classes and honors classes. So that's a little bit about us. This is only our eighth. We're the youngsters in the Paramount Unified community, and so I'm really excited my third high school I've worked at, because I've served at Paramount West Campus, Paramount Senior Campus, and now Odyssey STEM Academy.
Yep, Alicia has been working hard there for the district for many years, but congratulations.
Thank you.
But let me see. Maybe you can share with this audience. I mean, what are some of your thoughts on education? Why you feel it's important, and what if a student wanted to become a teacher or a principal like yourself? How can they prepare? So please tell us.
So so it's a great question. There's several things that we do here at Odyssey that are different from the other schools, high schools. So the other high schools have like interest clubs and things of that nature, or what we call career technical pathways. There's actually a teacher pathway at their high school. Here we participate in a couple of things. Dual enrollment, so our schools are able to go to local junior colleges, as well as we have an articulation with Cal State Long Beach, and they take a liberal study. It's like liberal studies 101. So any scholar who's interested maybe in that pathway of child development, teaching career, leading to counseling or administration, they have that opportunity to take it while they're here at our site. And it's actually housed here, so they don't have to go anywhere to take that class. The dual enrollments, they have opportunities throughout the year from 9 to 12 to be able to take a course. We articulate directly with Compton College because they are our school community college, but scholars are able to go to Long Beach College, College, you know. But we encourage them to pursue things of that nature. What is unique about Odyssey versus the other high schools in our district is that in the spring there's a component where they're able to do an internship. So they do 24 hours to receive credit as well as work education experience. And they get that opportunity to work in, say, a daycare. Or here in Paramount Unified, we have programs at elementary schools that are, it's called the STAR program. It's in coordination with the city of Paramount. And so students are able to, my scholars are able to go out and experience things that other students in our district aren't able to do. And so that's built in our curriculum for every year, 9 through 12. So that's very unique. So like for me, because Dr. Thompson and I have talked a lot, growing up, there weren't many educators who looked like me or sounded like me. And so my role models were not so I'm Chamorro. So my dad is from Guam, from Pidi. That's where he was born. But he lived in Agana all his life. And so until he joined the military and the Marines. And so that's how he came to the mainland, and he met my mom, who was a Tennessee Southern Belle. So totally different, those pieces. And so in order for me to find who I wanted to be in role models, I immersed myself in teaching, being like a teacher's helper. I'd stay in at recess and I'd go and I'd help, or I'd organize things. Back in the days when we had the ditto machine where you like would get ink. Yes, I'm still at school, sorry. So we would have the ink and stuff, and so helping that way. So my suggestion, if there are students that have a passion who want to work with kids or who want to do that, there's several things. Their local city parks and rec have opportunities for volunteer coaches. So if they like to do something, they also have that aspect of like arts and crafts, as well as there's opportunities for dual enrollment classes while they're still in school, which is one of our goals as high school educators, is to give them an experience of that college approach so that when they transition from high school to college or a trade tech school or branches of the military or the workforce, they're able to handle what it looks like and feels like to be an adult prior to letting us release them out there into the world. Sorry, that was a long answer, Dr. Thompson.
No, that was outstanding. Thank you very much. And again, young people out there, as Alicia has just mentioned to us, there's many opportunities in schools and especially at Odyssey STEM Academy. to again become interns and to get ahead. And yep, this is fantastic.
Yeah. One component that I forgot to mention is that for internship, they actually interview with potential mentors. So they practice writing a resume, they do a brag sheet, they have to speak, they have to do business casual and dress up on that day. And so when last year, we're going to have one coming up in December, too, where we split up the grade levels. But when you talk to the adults that are out there in their workforce, they're saying that my scholars as grades 9 through 12, so ranging from 13 to 18, are speaking more professionally than the current workforce that they are hiring right now. And so it gives us a lot of um, when we're talking to our scholars about, like, look, you are presenting yourself so well. And so just imagine how you will be over the next 4 years. So talking to the freshmen to the difference of the seniors, being able to make themselves marketable, being able to communicate what they can bring to an organization. Those are things that, I had to learn by hard experience of not getting jobs to knowing how I should answer questions the next time around. And so that is one thing, by building in this internship component to their learning. So learning outside of just the school walls, it gives them that opportunity. So if you're not at Odyssey, but you can come here, but if you're not at Odyssey, then that would be my suggestion to the students out there to how can you make yourself marketable? So you're volunteering, you're doing community service, you're finding your passion and you're pursuing it. And so if education is your way, just talk to one of your former teachers or your current teacher and just say, how can I learn how to do this? Is there something that you can show me? So we're in
Oh,
education and mentor kids.
outstanding advice. We appreciate that. And Digital Aaron likes it too. Okay. And my next question is, it's interesting. And again, I started off the program earlier. I was talking about the islands of Hawaii. So we will talk about Aloha here. And again, this is translated in many different languages because there are many languages in the islands, but we'll just use Aloha for now. But I think one question that I have for you is, how can we lead schools with Aloha, both as students or educators or school community members? We've been very concerned about bullying and hate, which is occurring out there, unfortunately, in the world. But I don't know. I've just found that as we strive to lead with Aloha, it just seems to help out a lot. But what are your thoughts on that?
Um, so it's so interesting. So Dr. Thompson and I have been in each other's lives for a long time. And so the Aloha leadership is something that I speak to him all the time. Um, last week, Dr. Thompson, I forgot to let you know, but we had our very first AAA NHPI parent community group meeting here in Paramount. It's the first time we've ever had it. Um, while turnout wasn't what we wanted, it was interesting because we asked our parents, our families, what does your child, what is the gifts that your child brings to our schools, to our district? And it embodied like what I am and who I am and how I was raised, and I bring that in. And so you call it aloha or you call it whatever it is in your native language, it's the sense of building community. It's bringing, if I know you, it's harder for me to bully you. If I know your story, I become more compassionate about you and what you're going through. And so what we do, it's not perfect because we're still learning. They're teenagers. They're always going to need to learn, and they're always going to need forgiveness and grace because they make mistakes. It's part of growing up. And so what we try to build here at my school, and it's something that was here before, and it's something that as they've gotten to know me as their principal, it's something that we continue to do, is to grow that sense of responsibility for each other. So we do become family. We become that social emotional learning that you hear about, that we've been talking about even before COVID, but especially COVID and us returning back to schools, is how do we help our students, well, my scholars, to be able to navigate what's happening in their lives, be able to learn, and be able to become, productive humans. And it's hard when there's so many things that they are going through that we can never know. But if I know a little bit about your story, if I'm treating you like a community member, and we all have family we argue with, but we get along in the end because it's that tight knit relationships. I can be mad at you, but I can still work with you. And so we are working through that with our scholars here about that piece. In the Pacific Islander community, it's about family. It's about service. We are servant leaders. We are servant people. And I don't mean servant that we're serving others. It is in our heart. It is in our mental. It's our genetic makeup that we give of ourselves to make us better. And so that is one thing as a cultural community, that is, it doesn't matter what island you're from. We believe in building up each other. We also have a faith. That is part of who we are. We choose to move through and navigate things, and we're very respectful. And so when things are wrong, we still have our moments where we address them, but it's always through that respectful understanding because, we have elders in our community. My community, we call everybody auntie and uncle. It's very similar into the Hawaiian Islands, that are people that are our elders. And an elder could be anybody that's maybe 2 years older than you, but if they have that position within your community, that's that piece. And so I try to exemplify that for my scholars and showing them that, we're not always going to get along, we're not always going to agree, but we have to know that this is our community and we depend on each other and we can count on each other through all the things that we deal with.
Beautiful. Now, Alicia, kind of educate all of us out there.
Mhm.
What would be the word in the Chamorro language for aloha?
I was going through my notes with like talking to my godmother,
Mm,
and I couldn't find what we called it.
yeah.
So that's my homework. Is I like literally was thinking about this all day long. Like this morning, I woke up and I'm like, you know what? I think Dr. Thompson's gonna ask what we say in Chamorro language. So it's my homework to
Okay.
ask my godmother and her siblings, because unfortunately my father has passed and a lot of
Mm.
his family, and so I would have to reach out to my godmother's parents. I mean, my godmother's family, like my aunties, to ask them.
Yeah, it's interesting because in Hawaiian that word means a lot of different things.
Right.
But
I
yeah,
love that.
that would be very interesting just to kind of see, well, what is the word there? Okay, good. Well, let me see. I think I've got one more big question for you, and then we'll wrap it up. We don't want to tire out our principal here. He might fall asleep during lunch.
No worries, no worries.
But I was very pleased I saw in the paper an article about chronic absenteeism and what LAUSD is doing. So that's my favorite topic is absenteeism. Yeah, some of you know out there, I wrote my doctoral dissertation on that. But again, as you think about this topic, uh, why do you feel it's important to come to school? And then what can we do to help those that just haven't been coming? Okay, so
I mean, it's important. Attendance is important. If you're not here, you're not learning. If you're not learning, you're not participating in your own personal growth as a student. I mean, that is one of the key things. But like I tell my adults here and like I tell my scholars, life finds a way. Sometimes things happen, and it's important what you do when things occur. Statistics show that if you miss 10% of school, which is 18 days out of the school year, you're considered a chronic absenteeism. And what that means is that means you're not here to demonstrate your learning. You're not here to get help. Because we're here for various reasons. We're not here just to teach. We're also here to help you, well, the students, the scholars, become young adults and navigate through what's happening every day. So when you have somebody that's in attendance crisis, because that's what it is, you have to find out what's going on. Those personal touches as educators in terms of calling home, or when Alicia comes through the door saying, hey, Alicia, I missed you. Everything okay? Just those check-ins are very important. So it's all about communication too. I've got to want to feel wanted. If I'm not wanted as a student or a scholar, then that's on me as their principal. And so I've got to figure out for my adults on this campus that of my kids, they haven't connected with one adult. And so it's how we build our relationship with kids too. The absenteeism on the side of the families and the students, scholars, is communication. So if there's something going on, there's a health concern, there's a mental health concern, there's something happening at the family like hardship, and it's just we can't get to school, or things happen. Communication is key. It doesn't get you off of the chronic absenteeism list, but if you communicate, that is it. That is a huge piece. And students also need to understand the importance of why they need to attend, and that it's the law. You're supposed to be here. And then there's all kinds of negative repercussions if you're not here. But if you're communicating what's happening, if you're letting us know, like, hey, we've had a death in the family, we've had some hardships, we're losing our home, or we're going to get kicked out. And so we're trying to figure out, we're bouncing around. That's why he's tardy every day, is because we used to live down the street. Now we're like 10, 15 minutes, about 15 miles down the road in another city, because we've lost our home or those situations. So it's really important that does that. And it's a weird fact that you probably know, Dr. Thompson, that people don't know, but attendance in the ninth grade is actually a better indicator than eighth grade testing on how successful a student is going to be in their high school career. And so when you look at it that way, so say there's 7 days, it was the first 7 days of school, and you were absent 3 days, you are already chronically absent. And so what that means is that it's kind of like when you get that F on the first test, you've got so much ground to try to make up that grade. Same thing with attendance. Every day that you're absent impacts your learning. It impacts your social emotional because you're not here. And some of our kids, that this is where they come because they feel safe. So they're academically successful, they're feeling safe, they're they're eating food because they're eating breakfast and lunch, they're communicating, they're interacting with their kids, and they're learning about how to impact their future. So it's really important. All those factor into why attendance is so important to our students and our families.
Thank you very, very much. Yeah, one of our viewers, Digital Aaron, said still has nightmares about being in high school and not going to class, in danger of failing.
Well, and it's hard because it's so important that, and that's what families can do too. If you know that there's a planned absence, then your student, you can encourage them, like, go to your teacher and ask for work. It doesn't excuse the absence, but then your learning isn't behind. One thing that we learned on with COVID is that even online is better than nothing at all. So if
Yep.
they're able to log into, most schools have a digital platform. If they can look at what was assigned, they can start working on it and try to do that piece. But it's all that piece. And tell them to take the notes out of their backpack and turn them into the office. Because
Yeah.
that is a key thing. The notes are written. The student scholar does not turn them in.
So, Digital Aaron, you're okay. We're on your team.
We're on your team. It's okay. You're fine.
um, so, friends, as Alicia said, I did work for the same district for a while. Oh, Digital Aaron said, yay. But as I mentioned, I did work for the same district for a while, and we had something called the School Attendance Review Board. And so that was one of my jobs. I'd go to the courthouse and meet with everybody. But yeah, you'll like this story, Alicia. Our chairperson at that time, his name was Dennis Pakenkop from the district attorney's office. And Dennis has since retired, but I see Dennis every year because he comes for our End Pine golf tournament. But friends, again, you're in the courthouse and you're with the district attorney and some other people, so it's kind of scary. But Dennis always said this, I'll never forget it. He says, welcome to this helping meeting. I said, wow, the district attorney. So yeah, Dennis was all about helping the students. But it was funny when some of our Pacific Islander families came in and then they left. I'd always leave and I'd come back. So Dennis says, "Where did you go?" I says, "Well, it's a tradition. I had to go greet all the families, so I was out there hugging everybody." so, so Dennis said, "That's amazing." I said, "Yeah, well, good." Any parting thoughts for this group? And again, we thank Alicia for coming and talking to all of us and our scholars out there. So it's scholars from now on, everybody.
I just think that because of my upbringing, when I truly tell my parents, my families, and my scholars and my team that we're in this together and we're partners, like truly partners. So my advice to the students out there who want to pursue education as a possible pathway is ask your teachers their story. Find out what they did, get experience, do some community service. You know, you can volunteer at your church and they have childcare. There's all kinds of opportunities. We have a good benefit for our academic program because we have internships, so they're able to do that piece. But get involved. We need more people that look like Dr. Thompson and myself that are out there in the field because we don't have many of us. And it's important that our students growing up have role models too, that they can see. And then as family members and just supporting, bringing that sense of pride, respect, and community to your school and communicate with them. If there's something going on, they need to know. They don't need to know all the details, but they need to know how they can help you because that is why we are here.
Fantastic. Well, friends, again, we would like to thank our special guest here, Alicia Megofna, for joining us, principal of the Odyssey STEM Academy. And again, we thank you for taking some time to be with us today. And please let us know how we can help you there at the school.
Well, thank you. I appreciate this opportunity to share a little bit about my school, our story, and our community. So if there's any questions you have after I get off, you can let Dr. Thompson know, and I'd be happy to entertain some conversations with other people too.
Thank you so much, and hafade to everybody over there.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna teach them the ukulele now, but you don't have to stay for that.
Well, I will see you later.
Okay, take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, friends, this was a wonderful again experience to have Alicia with us today. But yeah, I think I'm gonna share one thing with you, and then because we've done a lot of talk story, I don't want to keep you too long. You might get in trouble. But let me see here. Yeah, I think we'll finish up with that for our song. But just a couple more things I wanted to share, and then we'll do our song, and then we will finish it up for today. But this is a good time, everybody. This is our self-care talanoa. That means talk story. So please take some time to take a nice deep breath in to your stomach and stretch out, everybody. We want everybody nice and stretch and relax while I share the following with you. So today's topic is called stranger. So no. So sometimes we're a little scared. We see strangers around us. But if you're willing to risk rejection and start a conversation with someone you don't know, you might be surprised at how much brighter your world will be. Yep, so sometimes it takes some courage to talk to a stranger. I said, oh no, a stranger. But think of a time a stranger may have helped you or a loved one. And how did their kindness make a difference in your life? So think about that, everybody. And think about what can we do to reach out to some strangers there. Now, for ukulele class, we worked on this last week, but I want to bring this back again one more time. And so this is our song. It is called Edelweiss, and this comes from The Sound of Music. So again, hopefully you remember this from last week, but let me just review. So again, this is the ukulele, everybody. And we do strum the ukulele. We play it with our right hand. I know there are some left-handers out there, but unfortunately I'm right-handed. So this is a strum. We go down, up. That's a strum. Yes. And look at your left hand. That's finger 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the fingers we put on the instrument. So our first chord we're going to play, that means where you put your fingers, is the A7 chord. So notice your first finger is on string number 2. So this is string 1, the one closest to me. String 2, the C string. String 3, the E string. And string 4, the A string. So G, C, E, A. Then these sections of the instrument are called the frets. Fret 1, 2, 3, and 4. So look, your first finger is on fret 1, string 2. Okay. So fret 1, string 2. Hey, we're playing. Okay, next we have the C chord. So here we go. Your third finger is on string 4, fret 3. So third finger, string 4, fret 3. All right. That is the C chord. Now it's getting a little more complicated. We have the D7 chord. So this is what I call the simple D7. First finger is on string 1, fret 2, and second is on string 3, fret 2. So 1 and 2, that's D7. I'm going to show you the complicated version, even though you might want to forget it, you can just do the simple one. But this is first finger all the way across fret 2, and second finger on string 4, fret 3. So let's try that. Okay. So first finger all the way across, second finger, string 4. Good. And let me see, I think that's about it. Nope, we have one more. I think we do play this one at some point. And that is the G7 chord. But what happened to G7? I think it's lost. Anybody ever lose G7 like that? Yep, I think I just lost G7. But here we go. So G7, I call G7 the triangle because it kind of looks like a triangle. All right, come on, triangle. It's way back here in the book. Aha, we're getting close. Yep, G7. So let's take a look at G7. Here we go. So you see your first finger is on string 3, second string 2, and third is on string 4 to form the triangle, okay? So let's try that. First finger string 3, second string 2, and third string 4. Triangle. All right. So the only other thing that's a little different on this song is the way we strum. So we're not going to strum like this. We're going to strum like this. 1, 2, 3. So the first chord is G. Yeah, that's what I forgot to show you. G. Yep, I hope you don't forget things, because sometimes I do. But G is not bad because all it is, it's an upside down G7. Okay, so there we go. First finger string 2, second string 4, and third is on string 3. So it's an upside down triangle there. Okay. So I'm sure all of you have found the music. It's here in this Facebook group up here. But first we do the G chord. We go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's how you strum. And then you go to the D7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then G. 1, 2, 3. And then C. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole song. Then you do A7, D7. All right, so let's try strumming here. So Edelweiss is our song for today's class. But this is a song which was sung in the musical The Sound of Music by Captain Von Trapp. Yeah, okay. And Captain Von Trapp was saying goodbye to his country of Austria. So this is what this is. Edelweiss, and Captain Von Trapp was played by the late Christopher Plummer. Okay, here we go, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Keep going. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, see. Every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, G7, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. One more time, Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Get slower. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. All right, you did it. So again, that was our song for today, and you can always go back and watch this, but keep working on it. You can do it. Now, we've got one more self-care tip I want to share with you, and then we're going to do another song to finish up. Yeah, we're kind of a little shorter today because of our guests, but that's okay. So, our next tip is the following. All right. So again, do some nice stretching and breathing as I read this to you. Okay. So we've been talking about lack of connectedness, okay? And last time we talked about feeling sad, helpless, not motivated, not much energy. Maybe we have a change in appetite, weight gain, etc., or loss. And so here's some more that you should be aware of. Again, difficulty sleeping or waking up could be one. Not interested in past activities. And this was a very difficult one. Maybe having suicidal thoughts or thoughts of harming yourself. So again, these are all things that relate to lack of connectedness is what we call them. So here, let me see here. I'm going to post up in your chat the following. And there are some nice individuals that are trained to basically listen. Okay. So they're not going to ask any questions. They're going to basically listen. Okay. So here we go. You can do a live chat on the Cal Hope website. You can also call Cal Hope at this 833 number. And then also the Pacific Islander Wellness at this 415 number. Now, this 988 number, I just want everybody to know, if you're just feeling very, very desperate and you might harm yourself, just call 988. That is the number to call. But everybody, again, we're in this together. We can do it with Aloha. We can help one another. All right. Now, this final song is called Sing. Yep. If you're feeling kind of down, sing. Sing to yourself, play music, play the ukulele by Joe Raposo. Sing enough for anyone else to hear. Sing a song. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Let's sing a song. All right, everybody, sing a song. Well, I'm going to do our final Aloha song before we go. But again, we thank all of you for joining us on this program. We appreciate your support. And let me see, I've got another slide in here. Okay. But we will be back at this time next week. All right. But again, mahalo for your support. So let me disappear so you can see that. But yes, we will see you next Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. If you're in the Los Angeles area, please join us on the first Thursday of the month at 7 p.m. Pacific time at the Ohana Hawaiian Barbecue. We do stream that on Twitch. And again, if you're in the area, join us on the Tuesday at 6 p.m. This, unfortunately, is not streamed because it gets a little complicated when we do ukulele class. But please join us at one of these times, everybody. All right. Well, let us play again our final Aloha song. And again, it was great to feature the islands of Hawaii. And yes, a very sad time about how the Queen was overthrown many, many years ago. But again, we need to do all that we can to respect the islands and respect the land. All right, so this is our final, again, Aloha song, if I can find it. Okay. And aloha to all of you, as we say in Hawaii. Aloha from Hawaii. Adios from Guam, Mariana Islands. Adios, Alicia. Aloha from the Kingdom of Tonga. Areira from the Cook Islands. Haerera from New Zealand. Aotearoa. Yakwe from the Marshall Islands. Yorana. Ninkun from Palau. Mothe from Fiji. Nana from Tahiti. And Tofa from the islands of Samoa. Again, it has been a pleasure to be with all of you. And do me a favor, take some aloha to the world. We need more. Take care. Aloha.